it's Seda here, Gourmet Next Door. Happy weekend, everyone. Listen, you tell me you love my intro, so here it goes again, just for you. Hey guys, it's Seda here, Gourmet Next Door. So this morning we're gonna be making breakfast. So I'm gonna be making eggs Benedict. Yes. So first I'm gonna teach you how to poach eggs. Second, I'm gonna teach you how to make the easy hollandaise sauce in the blender. That's the trick. Now, I don't have English muffins. Of course you need English muffins for eggs Benedict, but I have corn tortillas. So I'm gonna be subbing the English muffins for the tortilla. Let's walk through the ingredients very briefly. Super simple. For the eggs Benedict, we need eggs. I'm gonna be using 3 for the hollandaise sauce and 2 for the poaching. Now for the poaching, we're gonna need some vinegar. I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar. For the hollandaise sauce, in addition to the eggs, we're gonna be using unsalted butter, and I'm gonna use some lemon. Fresh lemon juice, not that stuff you buy already squeezed, okay? Now, in terms of putting the Benedict together, we're gonna use corn tortillas as the base, and then I'm gonna put a nice speck on it. I love speck. You can use prosciutto, you can use ham, you can use turkey, you can use whatever you want. And then we're gonna put the poached egg and drizzle with hollandaise. So, with that, let's get Benedicting. Guys, I got my tunes in the back, little jazz on the weekend, got my wonderful coffee. Yes, and maybe you can see it. I got a Frenchie on my coffee cup. Yep, whatever puts a smile on your face, I'm here to do that. You're gonna need this kind of a pan where the water can be about this high. I have water here that is coming to a gentle simmer. The thing with poaching eggs is you never want to drop your eggs into boiling water. It just needs to be simmering. Now, as far as equipment, other than this pan, we need a little spatula thing to grab our little poached eggs out of the water. I'm gonna use this to stir in the vinegar. And then you need to have a plate ready with a paper towel to drain the poached eggs so they can kind of cool off and dry off. So we're gonna do this recipe step by step. First, we're gonna poach our eggs. As the eggs are resting, I'm gonna work on the hollandaise sauce. So I'm gonna save the 2 for my poached eggs. And now let's go ahead and crack our 3 egg yolks for the hollandaise. So the egg yolks are gonna go here and the egg whites here. So you always wanna crack your egg over the egg white bowl. That gorgeous yolk. You know, just go from the eggshell to the other. This is the best way to separate your eggs. And once you have your yolk only, drop it into our other bowl. And the last egg is done. Okay, so our egg yolks are here ready for the hollandaise sauce. My egg whites are going in the fridge for tomorrow's egg white omelette. Now guys, the water is boiling, it's bubbling. So I need to turn the temp down to a medium heat. Now, when you're poaching eggs, I highly recommend crack your eggs into separate bowls. Don't try to do it on top of here because it gets really messy. So to do that, let's get this out of the picture. Meaning, we crack our egg is ready, and when it's ready to drop, we're just gonna go like this and drop it, okay? So, let's crack our egg into my ramekin. We're poaching the full egg, so the full egg goes in. Now the second one. Yeah, try not to break the egg yolk at this point. Otherwise, you can't really poach that egg. Okay, now the water is gently simmering. My eggs are ready. Everything else is ready. Now I'm gonna measure my butter in the meantime for the hollandaise. So for this, I'm going to be using my sturdy kitchen scale. I'm gonna be using my kitchen scale because with hollandaise, you need to be exact. We need 140 grams of unsalted butter. Guys, since we're gonna be melting the butter, I'm gonna be using already my saucepan. So I get my scale on, I set it to 0. Put on my little saucepan, set it to 0 again. Now I'm going to measure 140 grams of butter. And what I do is I basically cut it like this, get it out of the packaging, throw it into my saucepan. So let's do this one at a time. 130, 141. Perfect. Now in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and melt my butter. The thing with melting the butter for the hollandaise is you never want to boil the butter. So make sure you melt it over low heat so it just melts, but you don't want to see this bubbling action. That will disturb the hollandaise sauce. All right, another sip of coffee. This is my favorite part of the weekend, hanging at home with you, cooking, chilling, listening to some awesome music, and just enjoying life. Guys, we're now ready to poach. My water is at perfect temperature. Now, I'm gonna splash a little vinegar. You don't wanna put too much, it will affect the taste of your eggs. The vinegar, just a little splash. Let me try to explain to you. So I take the cap, okay? Literally half of the cap of this. So, we put the vinegar there. This is why we need our spoon. So gently stir the vinegar. Okay, and create a little bit of a whirlpool, okay? When the whirlpool settles, we're gonna drop the eggs. This is gonna help the white to wrap around the yolk. That's why we do the whirlpool. And same with the vinegar. The vinegar is actually an agent to make sure that the egg doesn't kind of splat. It doesn't go all around the pan. It actually wraps around the yolk. And this is what gives you a beautiful poached egg. Perfect. Now we take one egg at a time and get as close as possible to the pan, and in one confident move, drop your egg slowly into the water. Just move it around a bit. Okay? Perfect. Now is the time for the other egg. So the eggs are gonna stay in there for 3-4 minutes until they're cooked. I'm really curious to see the eggs as well, because as I move them around, you know, the pan got a little bit cloudy, but let's see what the outcome looks like. Guys, I'm experimenting with you. I told you from day one, okay? I'm not an expert. I'm gourmet next door, remember? So now let's focus our attention to the mighty hollandaise sauce. So, got my eggs here. We're gonna use a bit of sea salt. So I'm gonna turn off the butter, guys, and remove it from the heat. The residual heat anyway will melt the butter. Now into my blender, I'm going to drop my 3 egg yolks. We're gonna use half teaspoon of salt. So I got my tablespoon here. So let's squeeze 1 tablespoon exactly. Again, we're making hollandaise, so follow the recipe. Don't try to improvise, because you know this sauce is super fragile. It will break in no time. So this is almost half a lemon. We drop in the lemon juice. Guys, now what's gonna happen is the lemon and the eggs, we are going to whisk it on low, like on a 2 setting in your blender, until they turn a bit pale. Make sure the butter is cooled down before you integrate into your hollandaise, otherwise you will cook your eggs. Let's go. So I use the 1 setting because even 2 is too aggressive. Let's continue doing this for another 10 seconds. Guys, don't laugh at me. I made poached eggs, but just with the yolk. I don't know where the whites went. So let's try to take them out without, you know, disturbing them too much. Okay, they're not the prettiest, I know. But listen, just like anything, poached eggs take practice. That looks pretty funny. I got egg yolks poached. Hey, if you want just the yolks, follow this recipe. Now I'm giving the butter a little bit of a turn here and there just to cool it down before I put it into the eggs. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper into my hollandaise. I like a little kick. Let's get this baby on, okay? It is warm but not hot. Actually, it's pretty perfect. Guys, I find this hilarious, honestly, and I don't have more eggs, but I promise you tomorrow I'm gonna do another one and it's gonna be perfect. Remember, in cooking, practice makes perfect. So these are egg yolk poached eggs. Okay guys, now we're gonna slowly drizzle the butter into the eggs. So what you wanna do is open this little hole, turn it on to one setting. Now we start drizzling the butter slowly. Guys, did you hear the sound change as the butter got into the eggs? Honestly, it sounded awesome. Wow, we have hollandaise sauce. I can't believe it. I'm just gonna give it a taste because if it's missing anything, we can adjust now. I just want to show you this. Look how creamy this looks. Wow, it's amazing. Has perfect amount of salt. I'm just gonna add a little bit more pepper, black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit cayenne pepper because I like a little kick in my hollandaise. Now I'm gonna give it one final whiz to make sure everything's incorporated. Probably not more than 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. Done. So, got my awesome hollandaise sauce. This recipe is a pure adaptation. Okay, so let's put our little corn tortilla here. It's like a little burrito eggs benedict. So now let's go ahead and put our speck. I love speck or prosciutto because it's salty and it's meaty. I'm going to be using 2 beautiful slices. Now our voodoo looking eggs, they're pretty funky looking, to be honest with you. I'll take whatever white that I have here. So I'm going to grab my little egg, give it a little bit nudge. Guys, now is the hollandaise. Super nice and rich and thick. So let's go ahead and drizzle the hollandaise sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Guys, if you want to use this, use it today. So let's go ahead and chop some fresh basil. It's gonna be a super wonderful little garnish. So we take our eggs benedict, put a little basil. Guys, here we go. This is my eggs benedict for the weekend. Happy weekend, bon appetit everyone. Guys, now it's time to try the food. I am going in. It's like a little fancy breakfast burrito. It's so tasty. I love that hollandaise sauce. It's absolutely tangy, lemony, a little salty, buttery, super rich. Go ahead and give this recipe a try. I promise you we're going to try the poached eggs tomorrow. For today, take the hollandaise sauce with you. Take the eggs benedict idea with you that's Italian inspired with the speck and the basil. And have a lovely, lovely weekend, everyone. Stay safe, okay? Catch you next time. Ciao!